Hey guys, it's Jackson. Hope everyone's staying safe out there. About a year ago, my film Sophia came out and I was really proud of it, and I still am. And it was like a year ago I asked you guys to send in questions for a Q&A via my Instagram story, and you guys did. And I filmed a video answering them and never posted it or edited it, and I can't find the footage. So I thought in light of the 1-year anniversary, I will answer the questions now. So I have all of them still with my answers, so we're gonna go through them now. Just a general disclaimer, if you haven't seen the film, spoilers. There are definitely spoilers in here, so I encourage you to go watch it. It's on my YouTube channel, link in my bio. So it took about 3 months total. We had an original script and idea that fell through, which we didn't go with. Once we actually had the idea, we had to write it, cast it, pre-production, plan everything. So that took about 3 months total, but the actual filming took 1 month. So what was the writing process like? So it was actually fairly easy from what I remember. Basically, there's no heavy dialogue. There's very little said, so it was all visual. So I had the whole visual story in my head, and basically I took a beat board and wrote out all the beats that my actors had to hit, just general like plot points and stuff. And then from there I was able to just sort of write out where I wanted it to go. But yeah, so once I did that, I wrote my first draft with all the shots in it, everything. Then I had it revised by some of the producers and people. So then there was a second draft, and then after that came the actor's script, which had all the shots taken out. And then there was like the director's and crew's script, which had all the shots in it. And that went in my director's Bible, which had a ton of reports on like continuity, costumes, like all this other stuff that you probably don't think about, but all of that was in there as well. What inspired me to make the film? Story-wise, I didn't draw much inspiration from like anything really. I mean, I guess maybe part of it my own life, but I don't really connect to the movie that much as, you know, being my narrative at all. If we're talking visually, definitely The Paper Man. It's a short film by Disney, and La La Land, I listened to that soundtrack a lot when I was writing it, and it just sort of, I don't know, it had this vibe that I think just went along with the love story of the characters, and I think I wanted to create an updated sort of love story that broke stereotypes and sort of what you expect. How did I come up with the storyline and the surprise ending? I knew I sort of wanted a love story, and so I just knew that aspect, and I knew I wanted a surprise ending. I really like controversial, surprising endings, and I just put the two in my brain, and the idea of Sophia came out, and yeah, I like it a lot. The next question is, why was there no talking? That's actually a really good question. There are a couple reasons why. The first one was, it was a really fun challenge, and it pushes me as a director and a filmmaker to, I think, be more creative and also just direct better, and brings this whole level to everyone else, especially the actors, because they have to get what they're saying across without saying anything. So that was definitely, it was like a fun challenge to try and tell a story where there's no talking. And then the other reason is more practical. When you have audio, it means a longer production day, a lot more team members. The audio in itself in that last scene, when they do say 2 lines, that was a hassle in its of itself, because I'm not proficient in like audio recording. I think it just makes the ending more powerful. How did you decide on black and white to color? I originally saw the entire concept as black and white. The meaning behind it, Sophia as a character, at the beginning of the story, she's very shy and she's not confident, and because she can't be herself, I believe she can't view the world in full color until she, you know, steps out of her comfort zone and becomes herself. And you sort of go through the story seeing how she grows as a character, and then when she's waiting outside and she finally decides to open the door and step into the party, that's like a very big moment, because, and that's why it switches to color then, because she took the final step forward to being confident, being who she is. Where did the inspiration for the party scene come from? That was probably one of my favorite scenes to shoot, and definitely set decorating, like doing the production design for that was like freaking awesome. But yeah, I drew inspiration, I think definitely from like 80s parties, and like parties as they're depicted in movies. And as you see as she's walking down the hall, there are actually like a lot of 80s style movie posters. The amount of lights, I would say, was inspired by a scene from Birdman, and I think a little bit of Stranger Things too. what was your crew like, especially the PAs and craft services? So PA is a production assistant. I had a wonderful production assistant, my dear friend Angie Gonzalez, and she did her job. She yelled at the people who weren't doing their thing. She dealt with all the bullshit that the director kind of like has to try not to worry about because they're just trying to get, you know, the shot done or whatever. So she was amazing. The rest of the crew was also amazing. A lot of people helped me out. I'm so grateful, and craft and services was good too. How many times did you change it up before getting the product that you wanted? So if you're talking about like the actual story and script, not a whole lot besides the couple of revisions. Like once we started shooting, we didn't change a lot. Things like locations, wardrobe, all that stuff changed. Casting, we actually did have casting changes, and when Denise, who plays Sophia, who's awesome, joined on, she is not an actress. She warned me before going in, and I was fine with it. She did a great job, but you know, as director, I had to push her and I had to push everyone till I, you know, got what I wanted. And the last shot took about 20 takes because I just wasn't getting what I wanted. This was like the money shot, this was it. So it was hot, everyone was sweating, all the extras, like they weren't in the shot, so they were just kind of like waiting around tired, but stuff like that. I have to do the job of making sure the product comes out nice, but it didn't change that much throughout the whole process. What was the process of setting up everything for the party scene in your house? We had everything shipped to my apartment a week before. It was just a process of building more and more up every day, all the lights and stuff, and then we actually did 3 full run-throughs before the actual shoot, and we tested how much lighting we needed, what lights we needed, how much fog we needed, how the camera would move. We had an entire map drawn out that was choreographed, so it showed all the extras, where their positions were, what times they were moving, who was moving, all this stuff, what furniture was there. There were actual set pieces that shifted with the camera as well, so that was, I mean, it was crazy, but you know, our crew did a great job. Are you proud on how the movie came out? Yes, I am extremely proud. Of course, I think I've learned a lot more, and there are some things that I would change, but I think now that I've taken film classes in this year, looking back on it, it's a pretty good film. I'm happy with it. Alright you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for supporting the film and sending in questions. I hope I did a good job answering them. There might be some more film related content coming out soon, I'm not sure. But until then, stay inside, stay healthy, be safe, wear a mask, 6 feet. Alright, bye guys, thank you.